Hello, I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, aka Doc, with another one of these little videos designed to help you to experience God's best as we join our faith together. And that's what we're doing today. We're joining our faith together. Talking this week about how to be led by the Spirit of God. One of my regular viewers said of last Wednesday's teaching, you packed a lot of teaching into 3 minutes. It's actually 2.5 minutes. And I did pack a lot of teaching into it because, well, I want you to be led by the Spirit of God, because the Bible tells us, for as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they're the sons and the daughters of God. And you can be led by the Spirit of God. I've made this observation. God speaks to those who listen. 13 times in the New Testament, you read these words in one form or another. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. I'm convinced that one of the reasons I've had the success that I've had in life is because I've always had a hearing ear. I've always wanted to know what God was speaking to my life. In fact, sometimes I just set aside a little time to wait on God, understanding they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And I encourage you to set aside a little time today and every day just to listen to what God is saying, because you were uniquely designed by God to be sensitive to the Spirit. Let me say that again. You were uniquely designed by God to be sensitive to the Spirit. There are 100,000 times more neural synapses in your brain that look inwardly than look outwardly. We're looking outwardly all the time. When Jesus said very plainly in Luke 17, verse 21, the kingdom of God is within you. Where does God speak from? God speaks out of your spirit. And when you tune yourself to the Spirit of God, when you start listening to your inner being, you're going to discover that God will actually lead and direct and guide your life. And when God is leading, directing, and guiding your life, anything can happen. Life becomes full of potential and possibility when God is leading, directing, and guiding your life. Open your heart, open your mind to the voice of the Lord. Let God begin to speak to you out of your spirit, and you're going to discover that life is much, much easier and much, much better. I encourage you this week, set aside some time to be led by the Spirit of God. This Sunday at Aspire Church, there was a letter that was written a couple of millennia ago, and it's just as relevant today as it was back then. It tells how to live in the times in which we find ourselves. I'm preaching it this Sunday, the letter. Catch it live on the live stream at AspireChurch.tv, Facebook Aspire Church TV. That's Facebook Aspire Church TV, live stream AspireChurch.tv, Sunday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to be powerful, it's going to be prophetic, and it's going to help you to prevail in the times in which we find ourselves. I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, a.k.a. Doc. I'll see you Sunday.